What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV, back at it again with another banger, my friends. So kick back, relax, and come take a ride with me.
You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakeney.
This is a follow-up to my first video about the situation at Rutgers between Coach Washington and star freshman Kiyomi Mcmiller. Now, we know Mcmiller went to social media and blatantly called out her coach, threw her under the bus. Some people took it as news that she was just announcing she wasn't playing. Some people took it as the ultimate disrespect. I've never seen a player announce their status like that on their personal page outside of what the team is saying. Like, you know, before the game, apologizing to your fans. Like, it was bold. It was a very bold move, man, and it kind of shows you what type of time she's on. But the Rutgers coach, Coach Washington, well respected in the hoops world at every level, finally broke her silence on the incident, and I gotta say, man, she kept it classy.
With Kiyomi Mcmiller, just what happened? What can you tell us about what is, where we are, and is this a one-off, or is there more involved?
Well, the thing with Kiyomi is, we're going to keep it internal. I read somebody sent me a post that the Kansas State men's basketball coach at one of his recent press conferences, and he talked about his faith and how he sees coaching as a ministry and what he does in terms of leading and connecting with the young men on his team springs from his perception and his understanding that what he does is a ministry. And for me, coaching is not just about what happens on the court on game day. It's about how we impact these young women that are in our program in all aspects, from their character to their growth into womanhood, into their decision making. And so, I see my role as a coach as being more than X's and O's and wins and losses, but how am I impacting the young women in my care? And so that's always going to be first and foremost in the decision making that we do that goes into this program. It's about defining character, growing young people. And so as we deal with, different circumstances and situations, for me, the first thing is, how are we impacting these young people? How am I using my position and my role as head coach to grow teenagers into young women? And so what we're doing here, we're going to keep the specifics and everything, internal, but I'll never turn down an opportunity and turn down this position, use this position to do anything other than have an impact on young women's lives.
The exact response you want to hear from an adult, a coach, a leader of young women that is out here shaping their future on and off the court, having a big impact as a coach. You love to hear that, and I think she handled it well, but, man, is there a suspension coming? Can you really risk losing the locker room and letting Mcmiller get away with what she's doing? She's been suspended a game already. Well, I don't even know if it's a suspension. She hasn't played. She didn't play in the second half. Rumors she checked herself out. Haven't got any confirmation on that, but that's just what the streets are saying, against Maryland in that second half. And then she didn't play at all against USC, number 4th ranked team in the country. People have been on both sides of the spectrum. Some of y'all saying y'all don't agree with how Mcmiller handled things and the fact that it shows immaturity, and maybe it will shy some programs away from her if she does enter the transfer portal, which she did hint at, by the way. She did repost this on her Instagram, and at this point she might want to just lay off of social media a little bit, but she did repost this on the gram, on her page, on her story for everybody to see, that hinted at her hitting that transfer portal. Now, the post says, Rutgers star Kiyomi Mcmiller cites coach for missing clash with Juju Watkins and USC. Rutgers star freshman Kiyomi Mcmiller turned heads with an Instagram post she made about not playing against the USC Trojans. And then another post, Rutgers five-star freshman says coach is benching her versus number 4 USC and Juju Watkins. Somebody posted transfer portal immediately with the cussing you out emoji, and she reposted this. Man. This is not a good look, and it seems like maybe the transfer portal is on the horizon. The weird part about it, though, is her dad came out and shut all those rumors down, so there's like contrasting messages going on right now between her and her dad as well. Her dad told On3 Sports, quote, Kiyomi's goal was to be at Rutgers and not ever transfer. That is still the goal. The goal is to finish the job. At this moment, we're not looking to transfer. So maybe some damage control being done. Maybe, he is, maybe it's just some damage control being done. I mean, they're still in the middle of the season. Conference play just started. You're not going to hop in the portal right now. Maybe this is just a political game where he's trying to, smooth some things over and really save his daughter's rep in this situation, as a parent does. But the way Mcmiller is moving right now it's really offended some people. It seems like maybe there is no reconstruction that can be done to this relationship, because it's got to be mad awkward in the locker room right now. It's got to be. And it sucks that this is overshadowing one of the most talented guards in the country, man. I mean, she has been hooping. She's an electrifying talent. She might have the best handle in the entire country. Off the dribble, she is a walking bucket, averaging almost 20 points a game, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, shooting 43.5% from the field, walking bucket, deep, unlimited range, can get to her shot wherever she is on the court, one-on-one, impossible to guard, elite layup package, one of the most electrifying players in the country, and the highest recruit to play for Coach Washington that she has brought into Rutgers. This was supposed to be a game-changing recruit that would help rebuild a once proud program that has seen a lot of success on the women's hoop side. Kiyomi Mcmiller was a major get, and the fact is now it seems like the relationship has gone sour at this point, and it seems like I don't know if there's any coming back from this. I don't know how long she's gonna miss. We haven't gotten any update. Coach Washington has been pretty closed mouth and keeping everything internal about, one, why Mcmiller's not playing, why she was benched, and 2, when she will come back. We don't know if this is a one-off. We don't know if this is a longer, lengthier suspension. But I do know I don't feel like Kiyomi Mcmiller is going to sit around and sit out the rest of the season and then come back to play for Rutgers next season. This is a thin line. You risk losing the locker room if you're too lenient. If you're too tough, you lose your star guard to the transfer portal, man. So it's an interesting situation, but it seems like it keeps getting worse, and we're getting contradicting messages from both camps right now as far as Kiyomi Mcmiller and her father, her parents out there. Not sure exactly where she's leaning towards. Could be acting off of emotion. She is still a very young player in this stage of her career, so it'll be something to keep an eye on. But I do know a lot of fans did not take lightly to her calling out her coach and throwing her under the bus. People mentioned that she was from Maryland and they didn't recruit her too hard. They mentioned, she was living in South Carolina for a time, and Don Staley kind of shied away from her. I don't know. I'm not saying that I'm here to attack her character or say what kind of person she is. She's a great basketball player, but she is, rubbing some feathers the wrong way, and I'm not sure if she's going the best route for expressing herself and, throwing her coach under the bus. It's madness in Rutgers right now, and it keeps getting worse. But we will keep y'all updated on any type of updates that we get regarding her playing status, if she finishes her career at Rutgers, if she hits the portal, or if anything changes. Y'all make sure to hit that subscribe button, comment, like, share, all that good stuff. Join our memberships. We got exclusive content coming daily, weekly, whenever you need it. And follow us on social media at Brandon Lee TV. Until next time, hey, we out.